We're going to talk about racism because it still exists today and we want to change that. To explain racism, we first need to discuss what race actually is. Race is a social construct, which means that humans created it. It's not something that's biological or scientific. Race is a classification system in which different humans are separated into groups based on things like their appearance and behavior. Often, people assume the race of a person because of the color of their skin. Now, racism is the belief that someone of a certain race is inferior to another. Racism isn't just about what we believe, it's also about how we treat people because of what we think about them. Racism leads to people being treated unequally in society, like when a black boy is treated differently than a white boy because society views black people as more dangerous. This isn't true, and thinking this way is called a bias or stereotyping. This means that you assume everyone of a certain race has the same characteristics, even though we're all very different. Racism can be very overt, meaning done openly and publicly, or it can be covert, which means concealed or subtle. An overt example of racism is someone calling a black person a hurtful word or being violent against them because of the way they look. A covert example of racism is someone who doesn't believe that racism exists or someone who benefits from racism and ignores the problems others face. The privileged, meaning those with unearned advantages, don't experience the world the same as someone who experiences racism. This is better known as white privilege because white people don't experience the same fears around safety, representation, and discrimination as people of color. If you aren't white, it's likely that you have experienced some form of racism in your lifetime. Racism disproportionately affects Black, Asian, and Indigenous communities. Racism can also be internalized, which means how society feels about certain communities can impact the way that people from those communities feel about themselves. For example, an Asian girl may desire whiter skin to fit into beauty standards. We need to include everyone in important conversations, and we can't assume that what is important to us is all that matters. Racism will only be reduced when we become aware of our own biases and learn to be good allies. You can become a good ally by listening, learning, asking questions, and standing up for others. You can also use your voice to amplify issues about racism and stereotypes. Be open to change, and make space for everyone to share their voice.